So talk to me a little bit about your sister. Obviously, I know it's a painful experience and you've gone through all of this. Obviously, she was poorly at the time, wasn't she?
Yeah, so they were just fobbing her off and telling her that she just had bad periods or something and it was cervical cancer. And like by the time she was at some point listened to, it was too late.
Did you write your sister something, or was you going to write something down?
Oh my God, how'd you know that? Yeah, I did.
I don't know if somebody has like a box under their bed, or there's something under there's like something under a bed and there's like a box.
Yeah.
Do you feel your sister next to you? Because she's literally there.
I do feel my shoulder. I feel something there.
Oh, she's with you. This episode is sponsored by JS Health and Vitamins. The detox and debloat tablets are insane and have helped me on my journey of bloating for so long. I would be lost without these. You're supposed to take between 1 and 2 tablets with water in the morning and at night, and they are incredible. So use the code Mediumship for 15% off at JS Health and Vitamins for your detox journey. Hey guys, welcome back to We Talk to the Dead. Today we have the most amazing guest, who is Ethan, and you've probably seen him on TikTok where he is dancing and singing around his sister's grave, and I cannot wait to meet you. Like, hey!
Hi.
Don't be nervous, honestly. It's all just so lovely, everything's spiritual. My first question to you, Ethan, is how did you get into all of this with like TikTok? Did you just one day just think, I need to just record?
I've wanted to do it for years.
Have
like,
you?
Ever since it became a thing. And my friends told me to do it, but I never did it. And then one day I just got really sick of working. I just picked up my phone and started recording.
Oh my God. Did the first one blow up, or was it like a few?
So I think the first one got like 10,000 views. The
That's
second
so
one
good,
got
though.
like 40. And then the third one I posted was like 1.3 million.
I bet you were like, no.
That's
like,
when
how
I knew
do you
like
put
this is
your
what I
phone
had
down?
to do. Yeah. I just kept going from there, and then
Oh, I
that's my
love
job.
that. I absolutely love that. So obviously you have been through so much, and the reason why I wanted you here today is obviously I have seen things on social media about your sister and things like that. I don't want to focus too much on her because obviously I know she's passed, but we will still have that discussion if that's okay with you. But if there's anything you feel uncomfortable about, you can just be like, Chloe, shut up.
Okay.
But yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about that because obviously your sister means the world to you, and living a life without her is obviously makes your heart go, doesn't it? Like losing somebody you love who is there 1 minute and gone the next. It's trying to adapt your life to new things. And I think it is absolutely wonderful how you go to her grave and because there's going to be times you've been there and you've been upset, but how you kind of not shrug it off, but you're like, right, we can do this. And you're joking around together. And do you feel things there, like when you're at her grave?
Not that much. I feel her and notice more signs around when I'm not there. Like that is the last place she would be.
Yeah.
Like I know you say like they come forward when you go to the grave,
no, it's
but
fine.
like I do sometimes like her birthday this year when I put her flowers down.
Yeah.
And the place is full of deers, and I'd never seen one close before. And one let me come close to it, and then it ate the flowers I put there.
Wow. See, that's a sign.
That's her, yeah.
Deers are very, very spiritual, like most animals are. But that is amazing though as well.
Yeah, and it's the only time I'd seen one there, so on her birthday. So
yeah, you knew it was something.
Yeah.
You were like, I know that's you. But just joking around and having that moment where you can kind of be yourself as well. And she is on that journey with you. And I'm such a strong believer of that because you go through all these things, and when you lose somebody, I think you are heightened to something else. So even though you lose somebody you love and you really wish they were on this journey with you, you wouldn't be doing this now if she was still here. So she's giving you that in a way to be like, right, come on. Like you've always wanted to do this, and she's like pushing you and being like, come on, you can do it now. And that's how I was so drawn to you, was not because, yes, I knew your sister had passed, but how she was like, you're doing it. Like she wants to give you that courage. And I just think that's amazing. Before we keep talking, I want to do you a little bit of reading because the whole journey down here, so it takes me 3.5 hours to get to London, and I still do it, and I shouldn't moan about it, but I do. But I've been feeling not my bestest the whole journey. A lot of spirit in the back of the car, feeling sensations. So when your loved ones come forward or they try and be close to you, you may feel sensations like goosebumps, a wave of emotion, so many different things. So I've been feeling all of that. So I want to do a bit of scribbling. This is how I connect. So you might feel some things why I do this. It's just spirit around you. So don't be nervous. Nothing at all can hurt you at all.
I've been feeling ever since I got in here, like my arms tingling, my whole body tingling.
Do you know, every guest I have on this podcast say that, like they just feel like on edge, or like you can feel sensations.
Here as well.
Yeah, and it's spirit trying to connect and get my attention, but also yours as well. So don't worry too much. I will say, Ethan, like some things may still come forward because we had a reading not long ago, but I'm going to try and dig a little bit deeper than the reading that we had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to blurt some things out, but obviously you can talk after the reading just so it doesn't give anything away. But I keep getting the initial M that I'm being told about, but I feel like there is 2 ladies coming forward. The first lady would have passed before the second. I do believe the second one is your sister, but it's somebody else who's coming forward more stronger than your sister. Somebody's like pushing themselves forward, but she keeps giving me the initial M, and I feel like this is related to this lady, but she's not this lady, if that makes sense. So she's telling me about the lady. She gives me the month of June, so this could be the lady's birthday, so the one that's still living, and telling me about that. So what happens with your loved ones is basically they'll show me memories or things that will make sense to them for you to know it's them.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they could come forward and just be like, hey, this is what I want to say, blah, 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 but it just does not work in that kind of way, and I really wish it did, because it make my life so much easier. But they'll show me different things of how I'm feeling and how they're feeling or how they would have passed. I do feel like I've got a lot of issues around my belly area, but I feel like it's either one of these ladies. But the first lady, the one that was coming forward a lot stronger telling me about M, I feel like she didn't die of old age. Like she wasn't old, but she wasn't young either. So like middle-aged. Well, it would have been quite many years ago because she come and got this lady, your sister, when she passed.
Mm-hmm.
I hope all of this is making sense. And it's almost like she was pushing your sister back, saying it's too soon, but then there was too much that couldn't have been done. So she was like, it's okay, I'll look after you. I can feel myself welling up. She's like, it's okay, I'll look after you. And then she come and got her. Was your sister into animals, like dogs? Did she like dogs?
Yeah.
She keeps telling me about a dog, and I'm like, what? I don't feel like the dog's pass, though. I don't know. It's like she keeps telling me about a dog, but there's no dog next to her. And did she have a partner for a long time?
Yeah.
And has he moved on now?
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean in spirit or?
No, like moved on to a different relationship.
Yeah, he's in a different relationship, yeah.
She's giving blessing for that almost, like it's okay. No, he's not died. He's just moved on in a relationship. I think I mentioned this to you previously, but I keep seeing balloons as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might be red balloons. Were they red? Pink. Were they quite dark pink though? I just keep seeing red.
I'd say the same colour as that over there.
Oh, so they were bright. If you have a feeling when you were connecting to spirit, because everybody can connect, it's just getting the way to connect. And I've talked more about that with you shortly because I feel like you can connect. But when you get a feeling or you're being shown something, you have to just go with it, because if you think it, like I wasn't going to say it, I was like, why am I being shown roses but they're all in a row?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not that way, they're this way. And I was like, does that make sense? So does it?
Yeah.
What is it?
So the person who's coming forward stronger, in her garden, she had like an arch.
Oh, okay.
And there was roses up the side of it going like that.
All the way around.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which is one of my earliest memories, I'd say. So.
Yeah, that would make sense if you remember that. That is her acknowledgement. Would this have been your nan?
Yeah.
She's so like happy and giving. She's a very giving lady.
Mm-hmm,
she would have done anything for anyone. I have to say though, like even though your sister has such a kind-hearted attitude, she's very like, not boisterous, but she would have told you off if she needed to.
Mm-hmm,
Like she's very
definitely.
I love that though. So mediumship can be a little bit of detective work because they just so annoying that they can't just come forward and just shout at me. Sometimes they do, but do you feel your sister next to you? Because she's literally there.
I do feel my shoulder. I feel something there.
Oh, she's with you. I know it sounds bonkers, it does.
Look, if I fist bump her, she'll come back.
You never know. It's so strange explaining how spirit kind of work, because how I see spirit is either an outline or in full if they allow me to. And because if I did like a really, really mediumship reading like this, they can still come forward, but because there's two of them, it's almost like they're constantly like, well, I want to go, no, I want to go. So it's like, oh, and some people always say to me, well, why can't the certain loved one I want to connect with come forward, and it doesn't work like that. You can't have control of who comes forward. I wish I could, because I feel like I would make everybody's day. But unfortunately, like if you get a stronger soul than somebody else, then it just doesn't work in that way. But luckily today, like these two have come together, and the reason why they've come together is because your nan wants to know that she's looking after your sister. Do you know what the month of June is related to your nan?
Her birthday and my mum's birthday and my auntie's birthday, all three of them in that month.
Who's M.E. your mom?
Mm-hmm.
You know if your mum's having headaches or anything?
All the time.
She?
Yeah.
Just down to stress. Bless her. She'll have to message me. I'll give her a reading. I want to give her a reading. They keep kissing this boy. So who's the boy?
My nephew.
Is it?
Yeah. He was, I think, about 6 months old when Adele passed.
Yeah. But did she have a good connection with him?
She was living in Essex at the time, so she met him twice.
Yeah. It's almost like she's laughing and being like, well, I see him more now, so it's fine. Ethan, I don't know if you're struggling with, obviously we can cut this out if you want to, but it's almost like you're enjoying doing your TikTok and you're enjoying that and everything is going to go really good for you. Like I can definitely see that and feel that. And you're just going to keep growing and growing. But do you struggle to feel like you have to do it all the time? Like, do you feel like you need to wake up and do something on your videos, or are you finding the balance hard? Or?
I think I did at the start, but now I've realised I don't have to post every day. I can take some time off.
Because I feel like you need that, because I don't want you to like run yourself to the ground and be like, oh. Is it Mal, her name?
Yeah. Melanie, yeah.
Did you write your sister something, or was you going to write something down?
Oh my God, how'd you know that? Yeah, I did.
It's almost like she's saying she knows what you said.
Okay.
I don't know if somebody has like a box under their bed, or there's something under there's like something under a bed, and there's like a box.
Yeah.
She keeps telling me about a dog. Is this dog still alive?
Well, it could be one of two dogs, one that's dead and one that's still alive.
See, she keeps but the dog's not next to her, so I presume that it's alive. Okay. Is she such like an animal person then?
Love animals, yeah.
Oh, she's so nurturing and lovely. I love that. I don't know if you or your family were fighting something for her, as if to say, well, why is nobody doing anything?
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying you need to leave it now. And so I don't know if that was a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, or even now, but she's saying just leave it.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, what's done's done. So talk to me a little bit about your sister. Obviously, I know it's a painful experience and you've gone through all of this. Obviously, she was poorly at the time, wasn't she? Mm-hmm. I think I remember seeing something actually. Wasn't it the NHS didn't give her the support she needed or something? Yeah,
so they were just fobbing her off and telling her that she just had bad periods or something, and it was cervical cancer, and like it was going on for like whatever, a year, that she was going back to the hospital, and every time it was always endometriosis or PCOS or anything they could come up with apart from the fact that she could possibly have cancer. By the time she was at some point listened to, it was too late. It spread everywhere in her body.
Awful, Ethan. Like the pain of all of you, almost like you're going to lose her. Like that must have been so hard. Like even to this day, I bet you still think like, how on earth has this happened? And I find that like so many people go through this and we don't talk about it enough. And when we do talk about it, you almost feel like, well, what is life? Do you know what I mean? Like we're all living and then one day we're going to die. And it's horrible to live your life without somebody you want next to you all the time. Obviously when I was drawn to you and I wanted to do a reading for you, you are so spiritual. Like where has all this come from? Do you find like you've always been like that?
Not always.
Just since losing your sister?
Since Adele died, that's when I had like a sort of spiritual awakening.
Yeah. Well, people say this, you have a spiritual awakening when you lose somebody you love.
Yeah.
So what did you find? Like, oh, I'm intrigued. So I want to know I'm not just the weirdo.
The first thing I noticed, I used to work in this paint shop, and above my desk there's a big clock on the wall.
Yeah.
And anytime I looked at it, it would be angel numbers.
Yeah.
And then I started Googling, what does this mean? Like, why do I keep seeing these numbers? And then you fall down the rabbit hole of researching about everything. And then it's like life path numbers and things you're supposed to do and palm readings. And I'd always gone to like psychics and mediums because it like intrigued me, but I never had a clue about any of this stuff.
Oh my God.
And then it started reading up on crystals and
you just go down like every road, don't you? Like
frequencies, vibrations, anything I could read, I was reading.
See, even though I connect with the dead and I do whatever, I never really focus on the vibrations that much because it just becomes normal, I suppose. And obviously how I explain it is we're living at the bottom, spirit at the top, and we do meet in the middle, and that is how we communicate. And that's why it's called mediumship, because it's in the middle. You're very empathetic, which I feel that you can sense others' emotions and feelings on a deeper level, but you're very in tune with spirit, and it's all about challenging that. And I feel like you will get a lot through your dreams and within your mind directly. So if you ever have spirit, do this all the time, so you don't have to physically see spirit. They can just enter your mind and tell you different things. Like, even though I know your sister is there now, I can see her, I can see the outline of her. But how I was getting like messages about your mom and things like that, they were coming directly in my mind. So it is a little bit strange and it is a little bit bizarre, but spirit can still show me symbols and signs that mean something. So for example, under the bed, and show me the box, she's handing me a box, and then I got the vision of under a bed. So it's all like a puzzle. It's all really weird, but it's also amazing as well. Like, it really is. Do you find that you do sense a lot in your dreams, or not really?
I do have. I've always put it down to just like deja vu.
Yeah.
But it happens to be all the time. I'll dream something and then it happens.
Yeah.
Like the other day I was at Brighton with my friend, and I'd seen in this dream me walking up the steps in Brighton with an ice cream in my hand. And then I was walking up the steps with a mint chocolate chip cup, and I was like, oh my God, I've seen this.
I would freak out even at stuff like that. Like,
it happens on a daily basis all the time.
You need to like write this. You need to vlog it. Be like, right, this is what happened in my dream. People won't believe you, I suppose.
But do you know what? Every time I have a dream, I wake up, and then as soon as I go to write it down, I forget what's happened.
Yeah, it's strange.
And then it's not until that actual thing happens, then I'm like, oh shit, no, I did see this.
Yeah, somebody had said to me that you don't actually see faces in dreams. And I was like, really? Like, but then I try and think, and I'm like, well, I see faces.
I had a dream.
But how can you not see a face? How do you know it's them?
It's just like a knowing thing, isn't it? You just know it's someone.
That baffles me. That really does baffle me.
I had a dream a few weeks ago of my sister.
Yeah.
And it was in our room, but it was her room at the time, and everything was backwards the other side.
Yeah.
And she was sat on the bed, and like her face wasn't there, but I knew it was her. So that like.
See, I know, I find that weird. I think I see faces. Like, I think I do.
I don't see any faces.
So strange. It's so strange. There's another thing with dreams as well. What can't you do?
Run.
Yeah. That's weird. Why can't you run in a dream?
Read.
Can you not read
things? No.
No.
Like if you was in a dream, you picked up a shampoo bottle, you wouldn't be able to read it.
No, you're lying.
Try it.
I can't. I'm gonna have to try it. Please let me read in the night, please. Oh my gosh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird because obviously spirit connect firstly within your dreams. It's the easiest way of communication. So if you dream of a past loved one, it's for a reason. But I can't, like, when you think about a dream you've had, it's actually hard to remember each thing. So different dreams can mean different things. I actually had a dream. This is going to sound really bizarre, and I actually don't know the meaning for it, so don't even ask me. But I was in, do you know them old KA cars? They're really horrible.
The little tiny one?
Yeah.
Oh, I had the one after that.
Oh, okay, that's right. I thought, you know, them awful cars, and you've got one. I'd been like, I would have died in my seat.
No, that's my first car, no.
But yeah, no, the really, really awful old, sorry for anybody that's got one, KAs, and I just don't like them. I don't know why. And I was on top of a multi-storey building in a KA and drove off it, and it flew. Like, what on earth?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean
anything.
No,
I'm like, why would I dream about that? Sometimes you can have a dream about the same thing happening in a day, and it's like little snippets of your day coming together. And I was like, did I see a KA in my day? Like, what is going on? So dreams are really good and fantastic in so many ways. I would like to ask you some questions, Ethan. The one thing, obviously your followers at the moment, I suppose they're following your journey and following everything that you're doing, but also how you are coping with grief and the loss of your sister. Obviously grief does get better over time, and I know that is very hard to say to somebody who is going through it right now, but it does get better. What would you say to somebody that is struggling with grief? I know it's a hard one, but...
It's just about finding what works for you.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like guidebook.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry, and it's okay to laugh. It's okay to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Like, whatever works for you. Like, I could give someone exactly how I dealt with it, and then it does nothing for them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's independent to you.
I remember feeling guilty for actually having a good time.
Me too.
I used to think I actually feel guilty for laughing and being happy. That was the hardest thing I felt when I obviously lost my nan. But then obviously I went to a funeral and she was there, and I know that is so weird. Like, it is so weird. I didn't know how to tell anyone. So obviously I'd always sensed things to happen before they were about to, which is a psychic ability. And then I blocked a lot out when I had children. So I've got 3 children, and I was on the maximum antidepressants that anyone could take. And I blocked a lot out during that time period of my life. And then my nan died, went to a funeral, and she was there. I was like, this is not right. Like, have I lost the plot? I thought, maybe I'm just grieving. Maybe I just want her to be there and I can see her. And then she was with my granddad that I'd never met. Got in the car to drive home. She was in the back of the car. I was like, I've lost the plot. I just want to go to bed. And then obviously I would go shopping in Tesco and stuff. And there's just dead people walking around people. And you're supposed to, like, please don't do this if you're on antidepressants, but you're supposed to get off them gradually. Within a week, I was completely off them. And I was just helping everyone. And helping others truly and honestly helps me, because I feel like that's what I'm meant to do. And money changes families as well when you lose someone, I think. I think everybody has conflict and different things, like I want this and I want that. And that's just a part of grief. Unfortunately, how things happened with our side of the family is we didn't really have much connection with my granddad as much when my nan died. And things like the will, my nan didn't write a will and things like that. And although I don't want to talk about money and things because that doesn't matter, but it did matter, if that makes sense, because why didn't you put things in place knowing full well you were going to die? And I know that sounds harsh, but my nan had a terminal illness and she died during COVID, and they turned away all terminal ill cancer patients when it was COVID. They were like, you can't have treatment. So she went downhill really quickly and died, and there was no will. And then I always say to my mom, I was like, why did she not write a will? Like, why would you not do that when you know you've had cancer for over 5 years? Why have you not done it? And she said she had given you the best gift she could have possibly have given you. And then that just melted me, because obviously my brother works for me, my mom works for me, and she just helped the whole of our family. Yeah. And I think just like you doing your TikToks and doing all that, your sister's giving you that nudge. And I definitely feel that you can feel that as well. And she's like, come on, you need to hurry up. You need to carry on, Ethan. And you're on this path for a reason. I do feel like you will sense a hell of a lot when you leave this room. Like, you'll probably find that you feel really heavy as well. Like, do you feel heavy? Like, as in, do. It's strange, isn't it?
Do you know what, years ago, like you said, your nan in your car, I went to a medium years ago and she told me your nan doesn't like you driving and she's always in the back of your car. And now whenever I'm driving, I can always feel someone behind me.
Yeah, she's probably like, can you slow down?
Yeah, she says I go run corners too fast.
Oh, I love that though, I do.
If my sister's in the room, then things are going to go missing.
Honestly, I'm like, that was literally there. I was literally reading something. It's not even the right thing. She always moves stuff.
Yeah.
Does she?
When I was still
do
smoking,
that.
oh my God. So the day after she died, she hated the fact that I was smoking cigarettes. I put a lighter in my car in the centre console. I've gone in the shop, I've come back and it's gone. I'm like, for fuck's sake. So I'm looking around the car under the seats. There's no lighter to be found. So I had to go back in the shop, buy another one.
Yeah.
Come back in the car. What's right there?
Oh my God. I bet you were like, God's sake. That's funny though. So spirit can move things and do things. They'll get your attention in so many ways, like flickering lights.
All day. Any room I've gone into, lights have been flickering.
Yeah, flickering of lights. Obviously, you'll notice your angel numbers. Ringing in your ears is a really good sign as well. So many different ways. Even music. Somebody had said to me, what if I get in the car and the same music comes on that is like from a funeral or the favourite song? And that is the easiest way of communication as well. They'll just show you just to remind you.
That happens to me all the time.
Does it?
When you said about writing that letter thing.
Yeah.
The day that I was doing that, my Google thing randomly starts playing a song that we used to listen to.
Oh my
out of nowhere.
God. See, it's amazing. It really is. And some people will say, well, how do you know all this? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you know that life after death is real? And it's okay to be skeptical and it's okay, but it really is. Like, I can't even... It's so hard, do you know what I mean?
You just
like,
have to pay attention to the signs.
Yeah, it's so hard to even explain and just be like, just close your eyes and feel what's going on around you. Like, literally take a moment out of your day to embrace all the little things, because it really is fantastic. Have you got, because I've seen you were using a necklace, weren't you, for your pendulum? Yeah. I want you to try a proper pendulum. But yeah, pendulums are amazing. It's basically a tool you use to connect with spirit. And I know that you used one before. But yeah, pendulums are insane. So obviously you do hold it up, you say yes, you say no. But it does work in your mind as well. Have you done it where you don't actually have to say it out loud?
When you hear it in your ears.
Yeah, it's so strange.
All the time, like people will be talking and say, you know when you get stuck when you can't think of what word it is?
Yeah.
I'll just blurt out what the word is and I didn't even know what they were trying to say.
Weird. But have you ever tried like tarot cards and stuff?
I've got tarot in my room, but I don't understand what the cards mean. I just sense what they're trying to say. Sense it, listen to your gut. Instead of focusing on what each card is, what do you think it is? Yeah.
That's what you've got to try and like.
I used to try and read on myself, but it would always be different every time. Yeah. But whenever I'd read on my friends, it would make sense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
my favourite colour as well.
So I can't read for myself, so you'll probably find that you can't. So I can read for everybody else, but not me.
I just thought I was a bit shit.
No, you just can't read for yourself.
Show me a yes. Stop. Show me a no.
So one way is for yes and one way is for no.
Is this Adele? Yes. Okay, what can I ask her?
It's so hard when you think of a question, isn't it? It's like, oh.
Did you eat my Easter egg 3 years ago? No. Okay.
There you go then.
Must be my brother. Is Grandad with you? Yes. Okay, my granddad just passed. Who else?
So
Is
he
Marley
could
there?
be, do you know when I said there's a man who is coming forward but not as strong? So when you die, you tend to have around 12 months resting like period to get used to everything as well. So that could be why he's not coming forward as strong as you would hope.
I love this.
It's a reunion on the other side. Everybody just meets together and I love that. But take that home. But don't get addicted to it. You just be sat on your bed all day.
No, I will be. I can't stop things like that. I have to, like when I bought the tarot cards, I was reading myself every day.
Oh, I love it though. I do. It's so good.
Hey, did you have like a spiritual awakening or did you always just sort of know?
I feel like I did. I feel like I opened my eyes up massively, obviously losing my nan. But I'd always kind of been a bit weird anyway growing up. Like, I don't know if you found that you were very good at knowing things, but my children are so psychic and spiritual anyway. But I just don't talk about it to them because they're still quite little. So I don't want them to be freaked out that I speak to the dead. So I'm like, don't really talk about it. But Ivy, my youngest, so spiritual. Like, she's so psychic. It scares the hell out of me sometimes. She'll be like, what was it ages ago? We were going to a party, but I'd never tell the kids when we go to a party because they don't shut up about it the whole day and it'd be in the evening. And I'm like, I cannot be bothered to be every minute of every day of all day being like, when are we going to the party? When it's like 5 o'clock at night. So I never tell them. And then she'll come downstairs. She'll be like, are we going to the party yet? And I'm like, how does she know that? How do you know that? But yeah, I do feel like I went into like this spiritual awakening, but I generally believe that I'm just here to help others. Mm-hmm. And I feel blessed for that almost. Like, people say, is it draining? And it can be. Like, supermarkets are just awful for me. Going shopping and things is just horrendous.
But are they like picking up the vegetables or are they just walking
I wish
around?
It was like that, no. So they'll just, what I find weird is I could walk past someone, let's say you were walking, a spirit could be behind you. So they're not around you all the time, just at times. But then usually I could see spirit walk past everybody else and not pay attention, but they'll look and stare right at me. And I'm like, how do I look different to everyone else? Like, why are you looking at me? And there's been times I put my head down and just whatever, look up and they're there. And I'm like,
oh
why?
My God. Does it not scare you?
No, like that's the thing. I always just feel love and peace. Like, I've never seen anything scary. Like, have you ever had anything like scary?
Not really. I've never had like a paranormal experience or anything like that.
Yeah, because some people do. And I can't give advice on that because I just see everything in a form of light and love and happiness.
But I don't think ghosts are the same thing as spirit.
No, they're not. So ghost and spirit are completely different. So spirit are free. They can do whatever they want. I don't know what they do in the afterlife. I don't know if there's a Starbucks, if there is a Costa. I do not know. I wish I knew, but I don't. But ghosts are tied to the location of their death. So it doesn't mean your past loved ones are tied. It's simply if they just don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Or it could be the same energy repeating itself. I always talk about this story because it scares the hell out of me. It freaks me out. But I was driving and somebody had jumped off a bridge and I was beeping my horn. I was like, don't do it, don't do it. Looked in my car, like in the mirror in the back. It was gone. It was just energy. It was just a ghost redoing the same thing.
There's a bridge near me. I walked across it today, actually. Years and years ago, someone died there and it was a lady in a white dress.
Yeah.
People always say at night when they drive around the bend, they can see the lady in the white dress in the road.
Oh my God. See, that's what I mean. So it's just energy. So they might not still be there, but it'll be the same thing happening over and over. So yeah, ghosts are different to our loved ones and it's amazing. Angels though, when you notice angel numbers, they're not really from our past loved ones, which is a bit confusing. I see angels in a form of light. So we're all assigned a guardian angel from birth, and this guardian angel stays with us forever. And then we have other angels who also help us. So that's when you notice your number sequences and stuff like that. So 1111 means like new beginnings. And yeah, like it is incredible. Like, just look for the signs. The signs are there.
Can you see what my guardian angel is?
It's very different. So you have different angels all the time, but it's usually just an outline of a white figure. It's not really, like some people will say, oh, my nan is my guardian angel or whoever's my guardian angel, where for me, I don't see it in that kind of way.
Yeah.
I see your spirit completely different to what your angel is. So it's just a huge outline. Yeah.
So weird.
It is weird. It's weird, isn't it? But then you do have other angels who also help you. So you'll have a love angel or you'll have a health angel who do help and support you through challenges in your life.
You know when you said about me being a healer the other day?
Yeah.
The weirdest thing happened to me at the zoo. So I've always thought that anyway, because whenever I've done like life path numbers, I'm always a 6, which is healer.
Yeah.
I'm at the zoo and there's this bit where the spiders are and it's like a heat monitor. And
oh God, what's he been doing?
I'm stood next to my friend, and it shows your body temperature. He puts his hand up, no heat. I put my hand up, bright red.
Bright
Everyone that
red.
walks past, their hands aren't hot at all.
Yeah, you have hot hands.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it's a sign of a healer. So Reiki would really suit you. Like you'd be able to heal others.
Is that when they do all the...
Yeah, I find it really strange. So this actually happened to me. I can do Reiki, but it scares the hell out of me. Like it's the one thing I will not do. I did it once for somebody, and she struggled to conceive for about 3 years. And she come to me, and I was like, okay, I'll just give it a go. So I was doing all this over her body. Like you don't touch the body; it's just energy. Your hands get really hot. I was just doing this, focusing on her belly. Like she didn't even tell me she was struggling to conceive. I just went straight there. Literally 2 months after, she was pregnant. I was like, I'm never fucking doing that again because it scares the hell out of me.
Should have named the child after you.
I know. I was like, how on earth have I done that? Like, that's just bizarre. Like, how can your hands and energy heal you? But everything has energy. Everything. Like a bloody, I don't know, piece of paper. There's just energy all around us. And yeah, when you use that bit of energy and you pull it into something, it's obviously going to create something better. So, because you just see balls of energy and you have to push it down. That was the other thing when I was doing it, is I kept getting like a ball and I was whacking it in her belly, like forcing it.
Really strange.
I see. But you could do that. He's going to go home later and he'll be like, Mum, lie down. I'm going to heal you. You'll be doing all sorts. I'll be seeing a TikTok of you doing Reiki or something.
Would I see the ball as well or not?
Yeah, you may see it or feel it or sense it.
I'm going to give that a go.
Honestly, you should. So different balls can mean different things. So you might get something like a red, which will, it aligns with your chakras. So I don't know if you know much about chakras.
I know like where they are, but I don't know
they're all aligned on your your spine and things really. And they attach to major organs in your body, which could mean different things. But when you have a chakra that is not aligned, you may feel like you might feel sick, you might have a headache or whatever. So Reiki involves aligning those chakras to make them all right, basically. But you could definitely do that. I'm going to see on TikTok, Ethan does Reiki. Like that is literally going to be the new headline.
Whenever they come up on my For You page, I do sit there and let them do it to me because I'm like, oh, I may as well while I'm here.
Oh my God.
They like do it through the phone with the crystal. I do feel better afterwards. I don't know if that's just my brain.
I don't believe in that too much. But then it's psychologically believing it. But when you actually see the energy yourself and you're doing it and you're feeling it, the only thing I can say is it may make you feel a little bit drained after. So just have time for yourself. Don't just go, right, I've just done that, now I'm going to use the pendulum, because you'll just be like, ah! You need to just have time for yourself. But I definitely think you can do that, like 100%.
Give it a go.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Right, guys, thank you so much, Ethan, for coming on to my podcast. I literally appreciate you coming all this way and joining me. I feel like you're going to sense so much more after this as well, like 100%.
I can still feel her there.
Yeah, she'll be coming home here. She'll be in the car. Well. Can you just drive safe, please? It's not my fault. All right, thank you so much, Ethan.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my God, Ethan.